Hey everyone, I just wanted to share a quick word of encouragement. Um, so, throughout my life, a lot of people's come up to me and asked me about just different things I've went through, struggles in marriage, just kid struggles, just struggles throughout my life. And it's always been a great testament of my life that I hope continues to the day I leave this earth. And that's always been a lot of questions from close friends and family asking me, how are you okay? How are you joyful? How do you not, um, how do people not see the hardships in your life by the horrible things that you've went through? And I think that it's just a great testimony. I hope I carry it forever. And the answer is Jesus. You know, to make a habit of every day of spend time with the Lord, um, in conversation. It's always wonderful to go through things alongside with somebody than it is by ourselves, right? So I just encourage you to just work and grow in that relationship with the Lord. Be encouraged. Sometimes it's hard, but it's so much better to have somebody that will never leave you nor forsake you. And he won't. Sometimes we feel like he's silenced us, but it's not true. Sometimes we have to work things out and see what we truly believe. So I want to read two scriptures that I thought was really good. One is Colossians 2:7. I'm going to try to speak up and be a little peppy instead of sounding like Eeyore, as my husband says. Tells me and my sister we sound like Eeyore, especially on the phone, which is true. Colossians 2:7. Let your roots grow down in him, and let your lives be built on him. When your faith Then your faith will grow strong in the truth you were taught, and you will overflow with thankfulness. I think that's such a pretty scripture. Another one is Psalms 107, 1 and 2. Give thanks to the Lord, for he is good. His faithfulness, love endures forever. Has the Lord redeemed you? Then speak it out. Let others he has redeemed you from. Let others know that he's redeemed you from the enemy. And that's such a good word. And Daryl and I always talk about how we never want to smell like smoke, like the Hebrew boys that were thrown in the furnace. So I highlighted that too, so I wanted to read that. So they said, if you don't bow down, we're going to throw you in the furnace. If God we serve exists, then he will rescue you from the furnace of blazing fire, and he could rescue us from the power of you, the king. But even if he does not rescue us, we want you as king to know that we will not serve your gods or worship the gold statue you set up. And isn't that right? Like, especially these days, we have to stand our ground and speak forth. Like, I'm not a good talker. I'm not a very good communicator, and I feel every day the Lord convicted me of saying, I'm not a good writer. He could change those things in me, so I have to trust that in him, that he could do that for me. So I love those loving convictions that help me to remember that. Okay, and then this other part, it is Daniel 3:24. Didn't we throw 3 men bound into the fire? Yes, of course, your majesty, they replied to the king. Look, I see 4 men, not tied, walking around in the fire unharmed, and the 4th looks like the son of the gods. So know that no matter what, we are not alone. We're not doing this alone. And I'm thankful for my circle. So choose your circle correctly and wise, and the Lord will show you how to do that. But surround yourself with people that will feed into you, and that you could feed into them correctly. Always pointing you to the Lord. It's okay to have a bad day and be discouraged, but don't stay there. Hope you guys have a great week. Love you guys.